And welcome back to TCA as we're bringing you this evening's broadcast against the TCA Titans against the Mitchell Marauders. About to kick off here. Both teams gone through their introductions, gone through the senior ceremonies for the Titans, and it's turning into a beautiful evening, sun setting over the mountains, and a gorgeous view for this afternoon's broadcast.
That's right. There's 10 seniors on this TCA team. 9 of them will be in the starting lineup tonight because Nathan Fronterhouse is injured. He will not be able to play, but Coach Galvin giving all of his seniors a chance to play tonight, and there's a look at the Titans as they get ready, and Coach Galvin gives their final instructions for this game.
And what a cool opportunity for a lot of these seniors. They've had a ton of tradition in winning so much over their last 4 years to be able to come out and start this final game on this field together. Obviously, they'll host a home playoff game, but you see that group right there and what it's meant to those guys and what they've brought to this group. We've seen a number of seniors over the years that have gotten so much playing time and meant so much to this program.
It's got to mean a lot to these guys too, who are all here for last year's state championship, and that helps you out there. That experience of having won it before, and if times do get tough out there tonight, you're going to be okay. On the other side, there's the Mitchell Marauders, Brett Humphrey. Some final instructions for them, and this team comes in. He really loves his midfield, Andy. He told us before the game this is going to be won and lost in the midfield, and I think those midfielders it's a good group, and it's a bunch of seniors for the Marauders.
And yeah, he was fired up, and it was fun to listen to because he's being a veteran of the program, being a veteran of this atmosphere. He understands what it takes to compete on this field. The Titans have had so much success on this field that it takes a veteran coach to be able to pull this veteran group together and understand what it takes to compete in this atmosphere. And absolutely, he was ready to go pregame, and it's going to be a fun evening.
Should be. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Classical Academy for the first time this year. They're 7-0 in the Metro League. Mitchell comes in at 5-1-1, and the Titans definitely have a vaunted offensive attack, whereas Mitchell is more of a defensive team that likes to counter. They will try and counter every time TCA tries to do something. We'll see how well that goes. Felix Usto in goal for Mitchell is a player to watch tonight. Just a .67 goals against average and 100 saves on the season.
Early on, you see TCA starting with the kickoff. Rowan Fisher starting it off. TCA is going to be on the left side of your screen, working to the right, to the north end. And Mitchell is going to be working, obviously, opposite of that, so going towards the south. But early on, the Mitchell Marauders doing a nice job of keeping that composure and what Coach Galvin told us about that organization and that defense. And just okay and content with sliding and checking up this Titan attack.
There's a nice play right there by Alex Cruz for Mitchell. With the turnover. Tried to set up Danny Luna on the side, but pushed it just a little bit out of bounds.
And that's Danny Luna doing a good job getting up from his outside midfield position. But you see Mitchell Marauder here sitting back, very content with allowing TCA to play the ball wide defensively. Gonna stay organized. Coach Galvin talked with us pregame about how impressed he was with this group last year, of how they were so disciplined in their defensive assignments, and they didn't get out of position very much. He said last year's team got frustrated at times just trying to find space because the defense was so good for the Marauders.
More good defense right there as just as you spoke it, Andy. They come back with a turnover, try and push it up the side. That's another thing that Coach Humphrey told me. They've got just as much speed as the Titans.
Here on the outside, you see number 14, Elias Ponce there doing a good job as the midfield, keeping that ball in play and able to throw it in and get this reverse. You're going to see a lot of him. This is Johnny Stevens. He's been around for a long time, a very big center defensive midfielder for the Titans.
Nice steal by Stevens.
And that Stevens doing a great job of finding Bennett Holmes on the outside. Holmes with a nice cross in the box, but once again defended very, very well by the Marauders as they give up the goal kick. Good job for the Mitchell defense there, and that's what you're going to see. You're going to see Johnny Stevens do a good job, collect the ball, and look to find that width. Those guys on the flank running off of him. There was a good example of Bennett Holmes running off of him and finding that space on the outside.
He's a senior. Bennett Holmes got a goal and assist this year for 3 points. Good job defensively by Eddie Arcianiega, who will be at the forefront of this defense for the Marauders tonight.
And that's a really good ball from, it looks like number 21 there, doing a nice job of having a quick counterattack. And look for Mitchell to do that. They're going to get the ball up top and try to have a quick one-touch and play the ball to the width and attack that flank. But keeping two guys high, the Marauders are, and content staying behind the ball. I think that's one thing that Coach Humphrey will tell you when trying to defend the Titans. You just want to stay behind the ball and keep everything in front of you.
And just be ready for that counterattack.
So here TCA doing a really good job. Connor Zitzman's teaming up there with his teammate number 15, Kenan Rower. Did a nice job of that combination play, but there's the Marauder defense, number 6, Alex Murillo, doing a great job of shutting down that Titan attack, and that's exactly what Coach Humphrey was talking about, these midfielders who aren't intimidated coming into this environment.
Blake Galvin was a little worried coming into this game that his team wouldn't score early enough. He would like to get a goal in these first 10 to 15 minutes here and just settle the Titans down, because if you get into a defensive battle with Mitchell, look out.
Daniel Borchert with the throw in there finds Johnny Stevens. Unfortunately for Johnny, too heavy on his touch, but did a nice job of trying to utilize the flank and attack the flank there. But look at the Mitchell transition game here. As a quick counter and a quick hit up top, you're going to see exactly what they're trying to do. A quick counter attack with a quick hit on goal.
I'll tell you what, if the Marauders come back with it, if they can sneak one in there by the Brock Rowetter, right, who you see right there, the sophomore for the Titans, if they can sneak one in by him and take a lead in this game, then they can really clamp down on defense.
Well, and that's, absolutely, and that's the pressure that you want to put on a home crowd like this with all the expectations the Titans have. Prove you belong, right? Here you see a quick counterattack, number 14 on the ball. Elias Ponce again doing a good job on the outside, unable to keep that possession, and quickly again the Marauders on the counterattack.
Nice speed on the outside, as you see from Alex Cruz. But he falls down, and the Titans will regroup.
Jackson Hoosier on the defense doing a good job against Alex Cruz there on the fence. And the Titans do a nice job of reversing the ball and then resetting that attack again. And everything goes through Johnny Stevens in the midfield.
Just pushed a little bit far there, Jake Slater. I like that. That's the way the Titans like to play. They'll put that ball out there, and Usto didn't even have to worry, because that one got a little out of hand, got a little ahead of Slater.
And Jake Slater's the guy that 22 goals on the year, obviously understands how to put the ball in the back of the net, but those are the types of players that you're going to have to watch out for if you're the Mitchell Marauders, and make sure that you understand where he is at all times. And there, once again, you see Stevens on the ball doing a great job of just finding that outside. Ponce doing a good job of collecting that ball and making sure that he's able to handle that contact, and does a nice job of winning that foul. Number 7, Garrett Troop with the free kick, and a really, really good free kick. Does a nice job of changing the field. It's a nice 50-yard ball down the field and is going to win a corner kick for the Titans. What a blessing to be able to hit a ball at 70 yards and win that corner kick. This is a first real good opportunity for the Titans. Look for them to push numbers forward as they try to get on the end of this cross.
This first set piece for TCA, and I expect them. TCA every year has such tall players, such big players, and it is really hard to defend them on these set pieces. You see Mitchell really backing in down there by Usto.
And here you see Ponce taking the free kick. Unfortunate not to get a better kick on that, but you see he's trying to hit that low-driven ball. But TCA is able to keep that ball in the box and not allow the Marauders to clear it out and get organized. Here's number 15, Kenan Rower on the ball right there, trying to look for the outside flank to find that runner on the outside, unable to do so. But here he is, Jake Slater, with a good early shot on goal and a nice save by your goalkeeper, Felix Usto, a veteran goalkeeper for the Marauders. Here it is on the replay. You see Slater does a nice job of driving that ball, trying to get it low and wide, but Usto doing a good job staying on his line and making that save.
We told you Felix Usto was going to be the player to watch tonight. He's got 100 saves coming into this game. Now, obviously, that means that maybe Mitchell gives up a few shots, but the way they play defense at the midfield, especially the way they're playing tonight, I'm having a hard time believing that. Now, the Mitchell Marauders have played a murderer's row of opponents this year. Their 5 losses are to number 5, 7, 8, 15, and 18 right now in the state rankings. So they've played a heck of a schedule.
Rowan Fisher doing a good job collecting that ball, trying to find Slater up top. And here come the Titans again. They do such a good job of playing quick and having a simple touch and just attacking with their numbers. There you see Johnny Stevens with a good turn on the defender, but a nice slide there by number 10. It looked like Eddie Arciniega doing a great job of shutting down that space from Stevens.
Mitchell doing a good job of forcing the issue so much on offense here. Mitchell has definitely come to play in this ball game.
Here's number 13, Danny Luna, doing a great job for the Marauders up top, trying to keep that ball in position, but here's your counterattack. Number 9, Rowan Fisher running onto the ball, but a really good job by that defender, number 18 for the Marauders. That's Jose Gonzalez doing a great job from his center back position, coming in and closing down that space.
Gonzalez, one of 4 captains on this Marauder team, did a great job being back there and ready for that counterattack.
There you see Johnny Stevens over the ball, hitting it just high, but that's where the space is going to be there for the Titans. If the Marauders sit back and keep in front, you're going to be able to find that space. And players like Stevens and players like Jake Slater doing a good job there controlling that midfield in that tempo.
Just high, really? Usto puts it back in play.
Here's number 11 on the ball. Looks like George Sanchez on the ball doing a really good job here.
Oh.
Number 3, Juan Yanez had a really nice idea, but unable to control that ball in that attack. And here come the Titans back again here. Number 2 on the ball, Connor Zitzman here mounting the attack.
TCA just continues to put pressure on, but the Marauders are going to be ready for this. They keep all their players back now. Everybody back in there for defense.
Johnny Stevens with the reversal of the ball here to the outside back, going to try to attack a different angle. Number 15 now on the ball. This is Ponce again, unable to keep that possession in there. And you see it, the attack is on. As soon as the clearance happens, there goes Mitchell screaming out of that defensive back third and doing a nice job of switching the field quickly.
Yeah, you see Alex Cruz every time. He's up front. He's not cherry picking so much, but he's right there and he's ready to run. As soon as they get a kick out of there, Cruz is going to try and handle that and bring it back and make an offensive play. But he's got 5 goals on the season, so Cruz is definitely a guy that TCA has to look out for.
And you said it earlier, that's exactly what Coach Galvin was talking about, the counterattack ability that this group has, that he needs to make sure that his guys, the Titans, do a good job in their defensive responsibilities and not get too greedy. It's easy to get forward and get greedy. Here you see Slater on the ball doing a nice job of pushing it wide, switching the field to the outside back, trying to find Johnny Stevens, and able to do so. And here come the Marauders again on the attack. Number 6, Alex Murillo, doing a great job on the ball, is able to take the foul and is going to win a free kick, it looks like, for the Marauders moving forward.
Going to back it up back here to where Murillo was fouled. Eduardo Trujillo, another captain for the Marauders here, is going to take the kick.
And it's very interesting defensively here. The Titans are honoring the Marauders' ability to hit a ball into the box, bringing 10 out of the 11 players back, and a really good ball sent into the box. And the Marauders are able to keep it in and keep that pressure up. But now finally you see there's Johnny Stevens on the ball with a great clearance, and the transition game is on. Here's Rowan Fisher sprinting onto the ball, trying to keep it in play, not able to do so. But there you see that quick counterattack ability for the Titans.
Yeah, both of these teams can counterattack really, really well. And Fisher, man, he was on his horse trying to get there. But again, the kick just a little bit long. I got a feeling one of these 2 teams is going to connect on a counterattack scenario here pretty soon.
Well, speed. And, it's a quick turf here at TCA. It's a shorter turf than what you might be used to seeing, and it makes for a quick played game. And there you see both teams trying to get on the corner attack. There's Slater with a nice header to number 15 there. Ooh. Doing a great job of taking the contact. That's Keenan Rower doing a great job trying to keep that ball in. But there you see Slater's ability from that center midfield position to be able to find the width and find his players on the field.
Oh, they're going to give that ball back to TCA on that one. Eddie Arciniega actually got away with a push from behind, but no, the officials caught him, and they're going to get the ball back to the Titans here.
So we talked about the importance of these free kicks early on, and here you see the Titans on the back post. It's number 7 for the Titans, Garrett Troop over the ball. Going to send the ball and try to get a connection here on the back post.
Going to back the Marauders up a little bit. Hernandez and Luna there.
And from this camera angle, you get a real good shot. You're going to see this ball swinging in here. Here's Troop over the ball.
There it is.
And there you see a goal for the TCA Titans. Garrett Troop with an assist on a Johnny Stevens header. A great job, exactly what they had set up. That was a great camera angle. You're going to see it here on the replay. Troop over the ball, and there's Stevens doing a great job of diving his head into the ball and hitting that upper right-hand corner.
Look at it again, Troop. What a beautiful, beautiful cross right in front of there. And I mentioned it before how big these players are, and look at it from the net cam. How about that?
And what a great shot from the net cam. And it is tough to defend the size. And there you see a really, really good example of trying to defend the set pieces with the size, trying to handle that size of the TCA Titans.
Yeah, it was unfortunate there that for the Marauders, the Titans got there, but here they come back on the counter.
Here's Trujillo on the counter for the Marauders, trying to mount that attack on the right-hand side of the pitch, but it looked like number 2, Connor Zitzman, doing a great job from his center back position. And look how fast the Marauders play. They get the ball in right away and try to get going.
I like to see this, though. Sometimes in a team, in the underdog, they will get behind early and they'll drop their heads a little bit. I really like the way that Mitchell has not done that. They've come right back and they're on the attack.
And here they come again. It's a number 5 on the outside. Alex Cruz had a nice early start to this game, battling for possession there, and TCA is able to clear that ball out and look for that quick counterattack again. Here's Keenan Rower on the ball, trying to find his teammate, number 13, Bennett Holmes, on the outside. But well defended by the Marauders. We've seen him a number of times up top. That's Oscar Gallardo, the number 21 for the Marauders, plays that point forward position, doing a nice job getting on the ball and trying to find the ball wide there.
Yeah, he had a good header early on. Had an opportunity with a header, couldn't get it towards the net, but he's done a great job this year so far for the Mitchell Marauders. He's got 6 goals and 2 assists. Definitely a guy that TCA has to keep an eye on up front.
And here you see number 15 again. Keenan Rower's all over the field doing a great job trying to maintain that possession up top for the Titans. And the counterattack is on again. There you see number 6 for the Titans, Caden Lukenbill, there with a nice pass forward as the Titans try to mount another attack on this vaunted Marauder defense.
Some great footwork there by Danny Luna of the Marauders, and he'll send it forward trying to get it to Cruz. Cruz did get his head on that, but the row-header comes out.
And there you see the effort for Cruz. He's not going to give up on that counterattack. The Titans do a good job with their center backs there. Look like number 7, Garrett Troop, doing a great job of closing out that space and allowing his keeper to make the save. And on a quick counterattack, back and forth, there's Felix Justo doing a good job coming off his line for the Marauders. He's a veteran goalkeeper who's had lots of experience in tight games like this, and look for him to have a big impact in this game.
You know, I talked about the Mitchell defense early on and how impressive they are, but TCA, don't want to overlook them as well. All of their defensemen back here are really playing well, taking that ball away from the Marauders and keeping it away from the danger zone.
And you really saw with that goal how they're two-way players, getting Garrett Troop, their center back, up top and being able to get the assist on that, being able to get your backs into the game. Here's another good example with number 2, Connor Zitzman, there on the ball on that outside. There's space to be had on the width of the field, and players like Zitzman and player like Keenan Rower, players Bennett Holmes on the outside getting lots of touches and able to keep the ball in, but you can see the ideas from the Titans. Here we have a substitution coming on to the game. It looks like Gallardo, number 21, is coming out into your screen there. Number 12 now, Brendan Hernandez has entered the game. Looks like he's going to play up top for the Marauders. There's number 6 on the ball, Caden Lukenbill, a freshman out there getting minutes early for the Titans and had a really nice freshman campaign. Talking with Coach Galvin, he talked about being able to insert the freshman off the bench and into the game, and the difference that, the different dynamic that he can create, mixing and matching the veterans with the freshmen.
Keep your eyes on the Marauders, though. They're midfielders, they're defensemen. They strike that ball hard. When they get a chance to hit that ball in their own end, they're going to send it down the other way and look for the counterattack.
Here's number 2 on the outside. That's Connor Zitzman again doing a great job playing that give and go with number 15, Keenan Rower, and trying to find homes on the outside. But good combination play for the Titans as they build up this next attack. There's Lukenbill again, number 6 on the ball, doing a great job. And number 15 for the Marauders doing a nice job there with that emergency clearance. That's Zach Ellert doing a great job, a veteran into this defensive group. But here you see Holmes on the outside, the dangerous cross, and another corner kick opportunity coming up for the Titans.
Great job. All started there by Johnny Stevens, who collected the ball in the center, pushed it to the outside to Holmes to give him that chance. And now, once again, another dangerous set play for the Titans.
And I tell you, the Johnny Stevens Jake Slater combination in the midfield is so deadly for the Titans. You can tell all of these balls go through their center midfielders. Here's Lukenbill on the cross. And unfortunate not to be able to find Slater on that back post. Looked like he potentially had a goal there. But the Marauders doing a nice job scrambling defensively and getting that ball out of there. But another close call there. Lukenbill to Slater on that another free kick. There's a great ball by Johnny Stevens doing a nice job of hitting that shoulder ball up to Slater. And there you see Slater's skill set and how he's not able to find Ponce, but how he's able to take on that defender. Does a great job of just commanding that center midfield position.
Jake Slater, very, very dangerous with the ball. You never know. I mean, he's got 22 goals on the year, but he also has 10 assists, and that sometimes is overlooked when you got a great goal scorer like him.
There's Daniel Burchett with a really long throw and treating it like a free kick. The Marauders do a nice job initially trying to get that clearance out of the box and finally able to maintain that possession and just a big ball out of there so they can get their organization back. And TCA is going to play it back to Rowetter here in goal and try to regroup.
Ooh. Tough deal there for Rowetter, trying to get it to Jackson Hoosier on the outside, and that's going to be a chance for the Marauders, and they're going to go quick.
And I think that's the speed of Alex Cruz. They've seen him already, so a keeper like Rowetter knows that he's dealing with that speed and wants to play that early ball and created that turnover just with the threat of the speed. Here you see Lukenbill defending there tough on number 12 for the Marauders. That's Brandon Hernandez, who just entered the game recently. Mitchell trying to find an opportunity on that far side of the pitch, that combination play, but the Titans are just so stingy on defense.
Marauders would like to keep this field, though, keep the action down at this end for a little while and see what they can do.
And there you see Ellett, the defender for the Marauders, trying to deal with that early pressure from Ponce as he comes in and tries to take that space away right away and is able to do so just with that simple pressure. And another free kick coming for the Titans, and we see Garrett troop over the ball again. Look for him to hit a big ball and look for these runners on the end of this.
Danny Luna called for the handball there, turning the ball over.
Here's Burchert finding Slater and a good reversal of the ball, working through Lukenbill. And Johnny Stevens again on the ball, making things happen. There, Lukenbill unable to have the give and go there. The Marauders doing a good job. You saw number 17, Julio Vizcarra, doing a great job getting that clearance. And, I really like that number 10 midfielder there for the Titans. Arcienega doing a great job there, just being present in his defensive midfield position, doing a good job trying to stuff this attack for the Titans. Lukenbill on the ball here, trying to find a teammate. He's going to find Slater in the middle of the field. And a nice quick give and go. Slater here on the ball and able to keep that ball, but you see that combination play with Keenan Rower and Slater doing a good job trying to mount that attack right through the gut of the Marauder defense.
And again, more good defense. Jose Gonzalez that time for the Marauders right there to take the ball away as the Titans keep the pressure on.
And you said earlier, the Marauders have done a good job responding to that goal, not hanging their head, battling. They tried the quick restart, but then defensively staying organized. You gave up one. They're doing a good job hanging around in this.
And the more they can keep the ball down on this end, the more likely it is that they can get the equalizer in this game. And TCA might be Blake Galvin might be a little nervous right now that it's just 1-0. I know he'd rather be up by a couple of goals.
Here you see Captain Trujillo on the ball, finding number 10, Arcienega. Arcienega looking to play that ball wide to his teammate number 13, Danny Luna, but stuffed out nicely there by Holmes on the outside. the Titans doing a good job getting back in their own defensive responsibilities.
Arcianiega trying to get it to Danny Luna on the outside. We'll see what the Mitchell can do here from the throw-in.
You see some really good footwork by number 5, Alex Cruz. We've called his name a number of times, but the TCA counterattack is on.
Ooh, some physical play in midfield. They're letting him play on. And here we go. Oh,
and an offsides call there. You see number 15, Elias Ponce, doing a great job taking on all of the defenders. Looked for his teammate on the outside. Excuse me, that's number 15, Keenan Rower, doing a great job finding Ponce on the outside. But there you can see it clearly offside. Ponce not able to hold his run. But Keenan Rower, oh my goodness, going right through the Marauder defense. A one-man wrecking crew there.
Got a little physical there in the midfield.
Here you see Bennett Holmes doing a good job defending, finding Rower, and unable to get anything going. But Johnny Stevens, again, on the ball, is able to clean up everything for the Titans in the midfield.
The thing about the Titans is there's always just wave after wave after wave. If you're the Marauders and you take the ball away from them, chances are there's going to be another Titan who's standing there waiting for you to try and take that ball away from you again.
Well, they do a really good job of working together. You see that build-up. They have a number of combination plays. You can tell this is a group that's played together. They've obviously had some success. But, yeah, you know, the Marauders sitting back, and then waiting for that counterattack. And you saw it there, a big ball out, win the ball defensively. And now you see number 13, Danny Luna, going to throw this ball in. But that's it. That's the way the Marauders can counter that pressure, is get that ball out of there, utilize your speed and pressure to try to create to dispossess the Titans defensively and get these deep throw-ins.
We got a substitution. David Ramirez coming in now for the Marauders, and they're going to get the ball to him.
And it looks like Alex Cruz is coming off the field, a well-earned rest for Alex. Alex Cruz has had a nice start to this game, putting a lot of pressure on. And the Marauders going to their bench early. We've seen a number of substitutions now as Coach Humphrey's trying to keep his guys fresh, and I'm sure coach them up and teach them up.
George Sanchez back into the game for Julio Vizcarra. Nice job by Stevens there to come away with that ball.
When you can see, Stevens does a nice job of getting that ball forward to Rower, and then Rower tries to sprint on it, and that pressure that he brings, along with the number 13 there, Bennett Holmes on the outside. Here's a throw in now for the Marauders. Number 11 is going to be throwing this ball in, and that's George Sanchez, your outside back, throwing that ball in. And the Titans, again, putting pressure on, being able to control that possession game, and a really, really good touch. Jake Slater with a nice inside-of-the-foot touch to create that space. And unfortunate not to find, look like on the outside, maybe it was that Borcher on the outside. I can't quite see his number. But you see that skill from Jake Slater to be able to have that nice little subtle touch and get around the defender.
And the heads-up play as well by Slater. He didn't just look for the players that he saw right around him. He went to the opposite side, changed the side of the field, looking for the player on the far side there, and that was Borcher, as you said. But he had a man open, get it over there.
And now you see number 20 moving forward on this throw-in for the Titans. That's Nathan Johns entered this game, and another big body for the Titans. It seems like everybody that come off the bench is just another big body they come to enter the game and make it a really physical match, and we've seen that physical play early on already.
You know what I really liked about that last kick, too, was Brett Humphrey told us about Usto in goal. He didn't give up on that ball. A lot of people might have thought that ball was out of play, and it was really close. Usto was right there, made sure it was not going in the goal.
Well, I know as a coach you want to keep your arms up and make sure that for your heart that you're following that ball out of there, because sometimes you have a bad angle and it's tough to see. Here the Marauders do a nice job of reversing the ball and getting it up wide and doing a nice job. You see number 2 there battling Eduardo Trujillo, the captain, going up strong, trying to win that ball. Unfortunate to win it, but you see the Marauder counterattack ability and that speed on the outside.
See what the Titans can do now. See if they can start to force things here with just a 1-0 lead, under 14 minutes here in the first half.
Troop with a quick restart, finding number 2 on the outside. Zitzman reversing the field as the Titans try to mount another attack now from the near side of the pitch here, the right flank. And there's Johnny Stevens doing a good job trying to find Rower on the outside. But the Marauders, again, there to defend with numbers, doing a nice job.
Nathan Johns is in there in the middle on that forward side for the Titans right now as well.
There you see Jackson Hoosier there on the ball doing a good job, and then Zitzman close to the near screen. You see what the Titans try to do, reverse the ball, find each other, play the ball on the ground, but the Marauders do a nice job of staying organized, exactly what Coach Galvin was talking about. We can see it here all throughout this first half.
What you're trying to do offensively is get those defenders to move, get those midfielders to all commit to one side of the field. Then you can push it to the other side. But you're right. The Marauders are staying there. They're staying where they're supposed to be, and it's very hard to attack a defense where the midfielders stay like that.
Here you see outside back Borchert taking the ball up here, finding the freshman Lukenbill, and with a nice reversal of the ball. And there's Johnny Stevens again. The Stevens-Slater combination is building up again for the Titans and unable to get on the end of that. You see Johnny Stevens with a nice run off of Jake Slater. Just unfortunate to get the handle on that ball and a quick restart again. This is Usto with a great kick out of the box from the keeper position, and the attack is on again now for the Marauders.
That forcing the Titans to play a little defense.
Well, and there Jackson Hoosier there just takes that ball and, just kicks it out of bounds and makes sure he's safe with it. But here's fresh legs, number 20 up top for the Titans. Nathan Johns chasing down it looked like Ellert, the defender for the Marauders. More substitutions for the Marauders coming in this game. It looks like number 13, Danny Luna, is going to get a break. And number 21, Oscar Gallardo, coming back in up top in that position, that point forward position for the Marauders.
Marauders still, though, attacking. Their midfield pressing up now against the Titans, trying to force a turnover, trying to get something to happen here.
And here you see Zitzman again doing a great job of finding Johnny Stevenson and another reversal of the ball to Burchert. It seems like the Titans are content with reversing the ball and being patient out there. But a really good job by Johns there, settling that ball down to Lukenbill.
Wow, and that's good pressure right there. Good pressure by Keenan Rower right there. Good look at him, that young man, as he sets up, gets it in for the throw in for the Titans.
And George Sanchez for the Marauders doing a nice job just at that emergency clearance, going to the ground and sliding and getting that ball out of there, trying to handle that pressure from Rower. Here you see on your near screen number 16 for the Marauders now, David Ramirez doing a good job taking the ball up that near side flank. And unfortunate not to be able to find his teammate, but Zach Ellert doing a great job at his outside back position. And the counterattack is on for the Marauders. Here's number 2, Trujillo on the outside for the Marauders, trying to find teammate and runners onto the ball.
There's a ball.
Eddie Arcienega doing a great job looking for his teammate, number 12, Hernandez. Unable to find his teammate, but able to keep the possession, and the Titans have to defend again. The Marauders are doing a good job of making the Titans stay honest. As much as they're possessing the game, the Marauders are doing a great job at that counterattack and getting forward quickly with their numbers.
Blake Galvin's done a great job, though, because TCA is playing discipline. They're staying back. They're getting back on defense, and they're making the plays they have to get the ball back.
And there's Stevens, number 17, doing a good job of finding his player out wide. That's Aaron Peck at that left outside midfield position. We haven't got to call Aaron's name today, but a really nice player on the outside of the field, on the outside midfield position for the Titans. And here come the Marauders again. One thing I like out of this Marauder team is obviously they're undersized compared to the Titans, but they go up every time. You see these 50-50 balls, and you see these players are going up and trying to challenge those headers.
And not only that, they're getting players to the ball, so that a lot of times it's not about just getting the header. It's where's that ball going off the head and playing that second ball. And the Marauders are doing a good job getting players to the ball and corralling it and then trying to attack.
Oh, that's a good point. That second ball becomes huge to be able to read it off of that player, and that's one way that you can negate that height disadvantage that you have. There you see a foul. It looks like Borchert doing a great job staying over the ball and being strong. Look for another free kick opportunity. We've seen it from Troop already, his ability to hit a 40-yard ball into the box. Look for another dangerous ball to be sent into the box here with a number of Titans pushing that Marauder defense.
Gallardo's going to stand there and try and get in front of it.
Good ball sent in by Troop, and there you see it. Slater, number 4, is sitting there trying to get on the end of it, but now the Marauders doing a good job scrambling defensively, trying to get that emergency clearance.
They're on a nice turn right there.
And there's some fancy footwork for number 12. Brendan Hernandez did a great job of getting out of a tight spot, but unable to keep that possession. And here come the Titans again.
Patience, though, patience. And we're back on this TCA offense. Just very, very patient, which is nice to see. Blake Galvin's got him not too worried about it right now. Just do what you can, make good passes, and see if you can't get a good cross.
Keenan Rower on the ball now, finding Slater. Slater looking for Lukenbill. Lukenbill able to keep that possession and tries the shot from distance, but the Marauders doing a good job. There's number 21 staying in front. Oscar Gallardo doing a great job of shutting down that space and not allowing that shot to get off for the Titans. Freshman
Caden Lukenbill making a name for himself today. He's doing a great job out there.
He's been heavily involved in this game, and that's a good combination with the veterans like Slater and Stevens to have Lukenbill in there. You get that experience from the veteran guys, but then that creativity from the youngster. Here you see the Titans reversing the ball. You're going to see Zitzman again on the outside. Has all day. The Marauders sitting back and allowing the outside backs for the Titans to be able to push the ball forward, just trying to take that final space away in that final defensive third. There you see number 18 with a good clearance. Captain for the Marauders, center back Jose Gonzalez doing a nice job of getting rid of that ball and starting that counterattack again, and there he goes. Number 2, Eduardo Trujillo doing a great job sprinting onto it. Unfortunate not to get a better angle, but speed on the outside.
Eduardo Trujillo, another captain for this Marauder team, and finally Brock Rowetter. Hey, are you awake back here? I mean, has to come out and actually play the ball.
And you can see that counterattack, a big ball out of the back, and Trujillo takes off sprinting. The Titans have to stay honest defensively. Here you see Peck on the ball, finding number 20 Johns, and a good give and go, finding space on the outside, unable to maintain that initial possession, but nice creativity for the Titans there on the far side of the pitch.
They did a great job that time, and and that was just 2 of them. They need to maybe push some more people forward, but maybe they're a little bit worried about these Marauders as Trujillo has gotten behind him a couple times on the outside.
There you see a good look at veteran keeper Felix Usto there, really solidifying that Marauder defense. And his ability to hit a ball out of the bag. Does a great job of being able to clear that ball out and alleviate some of that pressure that the Titans are bringing.
Back in there for the Marauders, Alex Cruz has some fresh legs, but the Titans take it away from him.
Here you see number 6 for the Marauders. That's Alex Murillo doing a great job coming out. But there's Garrett Troop coming up from his center back position, getting involved in this game, and brings the pressure in. And there's a foul. It looks like number 20, Nathan Johns, getting tripped up there, and a good free kick opportunity coming. Here you see it on the replay. Right there, that center back, number 18, Jose Gonzalez, going in for the tackle, unable to win that ball. John's going to the ground, and a dangerous opportunity here for Garrett Troop standing over the ball.
Although they're backing him up a little bit, it's going to be a little bit further, but Troop's got the leg. He can get it inside, and we'll see what the Titans do.
It'll be interesting to see if he takes a shot or tries to hit a cross in. And here's the cross floating in, and another header into the goal, and the follow-up goal for the TCA Titans. It looks like number 4, Jake Slater, doing what he does, scoring goals.
He shows us there. He kind of did it, I guess, with his knee. Beautiful. Nice play in right here. Stevens had it. Usto makes the first save, but there is Slater, and I think he might have kneed that one in, Andy. Let's take another look again.
It's a great header and a great save by Felix Usto initially, but following it up, goal scorer scoring goals. There you see Jake Slater hanging around, and using his knee, whatever it takes, finding the back of the net. And with a little over than 4 minutes left in the first half, the TCA Titans are up 2-0 now on the Mitchell Marauders. Mitchell Marauders been doing a good job in this game defensively, but 2 free kick goals for the TCA Titans has opened this thing up here in the first half.
TCA can kill you with the set plays. We've mentioned it time and time again. They just have large players down there that can get up for headers, and when you can get your head on the ball and send it towards the goal, that goalkeeper can make maybe the first save, but you've got other guys there, and that's exactly what happened on that goal.
And it looks like TCA is hungry now. You see Garrett Troop coming all the way up, looking for a give and go with Stevens, unable to find that final connection, but that's how you know you're finding a lot of rhythm. Garrett Troop Alley-oop coming all the way up from his center back position, teaming up with his midfielder Stevens for a good give-and-go opportunity that's cleared out by the Marauders, and a deep throwing coming up here. Looks number 15, Keenan Rower.
See if he tries to get this all the way into the box or just plays it short here.
And the Marauders just looking to clear the ball out there. Number 21, Oscar Gallardo, just trying to get the ball out of there and to help his defense out. Take a break for a second.
So much for that.
You get a good look at Felix Usto there, the keeper for the Marauders. Going to hit this ball out of there. And Mitchell hasn't played a bad half, but you find yourself down 2-0 on set pieces. And, you know, the Titans doing what they do well, utilizing their size, utilizing that advantage, and finding those opportunities on frame.
That's just another way of showing you how good TCA is. I mean, defending state champions, 7-0 in this league, and they just do such a good job.
And there's Johnny Stevens looking for Aaron Peck on the outside, doing a good job making a diagonal run. Unable to get that end on that connected pass because Zach Ellert for the Marauders doing a nice job heading that ball out to stop that quick counterattack for the Titans. There you see good defense. There's Lukenbill again on the ball. And now here's Rowan right in the middle of the field. But broken up nicely by number 16 there for the Marauders. David Ramirez doing a good job, but unable to maintain that possession. Again, here come the Titans. And there you see it. Keenan Rower doing a great job not only winning that ball, but able to find Nathan Johns up top. And Johns' simple give-and-go pass right back to Rower. The pressure is on, and now you're going to see Lukenbill over the ball again, looking to send another dangerous corner into the box.
He's done it before. We'll have to see. You got to keep your eyes on Slater. You got to keep your eyes on Stevens. There he is. Oh!
And a great opportunity for the Titans. Lukenbill doing a great job on the cross, and it looked like Jake Slater again on the header. We're going to see it on the replay here. Lukenbill with a nice cross in, and there's Slater coming in, heads it down. Unfortunate not to be able to get it past the keeper there. Doing a nice job heading the ball down, and just unfortunate to hit the frame, but then Usto doing a great job off the rebound, staying on his line and being able to make that save for the Marauder keeper.
Mitchell now really needs to settle down. TCA is really just continuing to attack and attack and attack here. The Marauders could do their best to kick it out of there.
Well, and in the final minute here, you know TCA wants to get another, see if they can get a third goal, and the Marauders just look like they're trying to survive the end of this half.
Wow. That's a tough call there against TCA as the Marauder David Ramirez appeared to fall on his own.
And I think that's what Keenan Rower is saying, is I was chasing him down, but I didn't touch him. Here you see near side of the screen, David Ramirez sending a ball in and trying to find Trujillo on the backside to sprint onto it. But the Marauders have done a good job. Borchardt's done a good job from his outside back position to shut down that speed this afternoon. And here comes Zitzman for one final TCA attack.
Oh. Johns is going to force another corner. We'll see with clock running here, 20 seconds and counting.
20 seconds left in the first half here. Another corner quickly trying to line this thing up. TCA plays a quick short corner instead of hitting the deep ball in. And unfortunate to get anything mounted. I think they ran out of time there. They had a little more time to get players forward and maybe hit a traditional cross in and instead of playing a short corner. But that'll do it for the first half here at TCA. Where the Titans have taken a 2-0 lead on two really nice set-piece goals. And we'll be right back after this break on 20 TV. Welcome back to the Classical Academy, where we're here at halftime, where TCA leads the Mitchell Marauders 2-0 at half on 2 set-piece goals. We're going to be able to see them here on the replay. And early on, you see Troop with a nice free kick, finding Stevens for a nice header.
Johnny Stevens has been Johnny on the spot all season long. He's got 12 goals. Watch it from the goal cam. Beautiful shot of it here as he twists that header in for the first goal of the game, 1-0.
And that really set the tone for this first half. And on another free kick here, you see Troop with another free kick, finding Slater on the rebound after Justo makes the initial nice save.
And again, Stevens with a beautiful header there. Justo saved the first one, but Slater right there to knee that one in, and that's the way we stand at the half.
And that's where we are here at TCA. At halftime, it's 2-0 Titans over the Marauders. We'll be right back right after this on 20 TV. And welcome back to the Classical Academy as we're just underway here in the second half. The TCA Titans up 2-0 here after one half of play over the Mitchell Marauders. And it was a very interesting first half, Brian.
It certainly was. And the Marauders hung in there. TCA was able to get a goal about halfway through the first half, and then the late goal really has turned the tide in this game, and the Titans are going to try and keep the pressure on here in the second half.
Yeah, the second goal and then the ball off the post. The Titans put a ton of pressure on that final part of the first half. But a little miscue here that you see number 3, Daniel Borchert there, unable to gain possession of that ball. But the Titans are able to get this ball back because it looks like the Marauders had a bad throw in there. Ellert for the Marauders with an illegal throw in. But look for TCA to keep that pressure on.
Has been a change here for the Titans as well, as they will go with Jack Carpenter in the goal for the second half of this one. And Blake Galvin's been doing that quite often this year, as he's got 2 really good sophomore goalies on this Titan team.
Well, it's nice to have that depth for sure. Here you see freshman Lukenbill. It looks like the Titans are starting the same way they came off the field at the end of the first half. Lukenbill had a really nice half there, finding Slater. That Lukenbill, Slater, Stevens combination for the Titans makes for a really good midfield.
Alex Cruz now back on offense. He has such speed on the outside. He is dangerous out there, and he's going to try and get this ball back into play quickly for Mitchell.
They're usually trying to find teammate number 19, Manny Azendola, not able to make that connection there, but the Titans doing a good job closing down that space and look for their own quick restart on the throw-in.
Let's go, Titans!
Both these teams, I really like how quickly they're playing. You mentioned the field. This is a fast-playing field, and both of these teams like to use that to their advantage as they try and push that ball.
There you see a turnover by Borchert there. Number 3 for the Marauders doing a nice job. Yana is doing a great job getting that ball, but Borchert with a nice job of recovering that ball, getting it back. But once again, that turnover, Coach Galvin wants to see that cleaned up here in the second half.
Nice long ball. Gallardo cannot get there, and a good save by Jack Carpenter.
Jack Carpenter just entered this game, the sophomore. 1A and 1A keeper for the Titans here, the combination. They trade off starting, but early on, playing in the midfield there, you see Slater to Lukenbill, the combination, and a nice through ball, finding number 13, Brennan Holmes on the outside for the Titans. You see Lukenbill's coming to this game, coming off the bench tonight because of senior night, but really had an impact.
Wow, Slater, look at the footwork inside there, and Arcianiego on defense.
That's Slater and Keenan Rowan doing a great job up top there with that pressure on, being able to work in such a tight space, and then Lukenbill doing a great job of getting that ball back for the Titans.
Stevens going to reset to Borchert here.
There you see a mistouch by Slater, but you see the idea, trying to find, it looked like Ponce on the outside for the Titans. We haven't gotten to call his name a ton this evening, but a really good player on the outside for the Titans. Here's Borchert here on the near side of your screen here on the left-hand flank, just reversing that ball back through Jackson Hoosier and the center midfielders for the Titans. But the Marauders starting the second half just like they did the first half, staying behind the ball, sliding side to side, and trying to keep everything in front of them.
Giannis pushed that one a little early. I don't think Cruz was ready to run after that one. And here come the Titans back the other way quickly.
There's Ponce on the outside doing a good job bringing that ball in the middle and finding Rower, attacking the touchline, trying to find a good angle to get that cross off, but doing a great job operating in traffic. They're taking on a number of Marauder defenders. Marauder having to show this team defense as they try to get this ball out of the 18, but there's Keenan Rower doing a great job taking on 5 different defenders, keeping that possession for the Titans. And there you see Caden Lukenbill again doing a nice job winning that ball back. And the Marauders just can't get the ball out of their defensive third.
And when they do, they just don't have numbers up top. They got to bring all of their backs back. And that just can't help you advance the ball very well when all your midfielders are back below the 18.
Well, you can see that players like Johnny Stevens on the ball finding all kinds of space this evening because the Marauder defense is getting sucked in defensively. But here's some early substitutions coming into the game for the Marauders. It looks like number 11, George Sanchez getting a break there from his defensive responsibilities, and also number 19, coming off of the pitch. And Zola coming off for the Marauders. So going to the bench early, you see Coach Humphrey trying to find that right combination. But here's Brendan Holmes doing a great job on the outside, taking on the defender, but defended nicely there by the Marauders, number 15, Zach Ellert.
And a nice kick ahead there by Jose Gonzalez. He tries to get it to Gallardo. No call. Gallardo wanted the call, but TCA comes away with the ball and pushes it.
And there you see Ponce on the outside, heavy on his touch. Defended well by number 11 from the Marauders. That's Sanchez doing a nice job dealing with Ponce and that pressure. But there you see it, that the pressure that he can put on you, just that speed and that size that the Titans bring on the outside, making it very difficult for the Marauders this afternoon. Number 4, Jake Slater on the ball now, finding his teammate, Caden Lukenbill, who's going to have at one, but an easy save for Felix Usto, the keeper for the Marauders.
Usto's been solid all year for Mitchell. .67 goals against average, as I said earlier.
Here you see a dangerous play off a header back in the Titans defense. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but Jack Carpenter doing a good job coming off his line to make that save. And there's Garrett Troop on the ball. Had a really nice game so far from that center back position. Him and Hoosier have a real good center back combination, but the Titans now mounting this play, and you can see the simple touch, the 2 and 3 touches they try to build up. Here's Borchert now finding Holmes on the outside. And there's Keenan Rower again, taking on the defenders, pressing the issue, doing a good job of making himself be defended, finding teammates, and just a really active player up top for the Titans.
Oh, you said it, Andy. That's a tough shot from the outside by Borchert. That was Aaron Peck. Or nope. I'm wrong again. Caleb Welch out on the outside. But look at him hit this ball.
Doing a great job driving that ball. Unfortunately, it sails a little bit high off of the football uprights. But you see the idea. Has that space on the outside. Welch taking advantage of that space, trying to get his knee over the ball and drive that ball low and wide, getting just high. But here's Johnny Stevens again. It seems like every 50-50 ball, Johnny Stevens collects the ball and is just able to find teammates. He's so calm on the ball.
Boy, he and Slater are up front there as well as Keenan Rower. Just do a great job at pushing it, forcing it offensively, making these defenders and these midfielders drop back and get back into the action, and really forcing the issue. And that's really what's going on right now. The Titans are able to just worry about their offense right now. Mitchell hasn't even been able to get anything going whatsoever offensively in this game.
And you saw a good look there throwing that ball in. That's Aaron Peck on the outside. Looks like number 10 there. We've called his name a couple times. Arciniega doing a great job of holding down that midfield for the Marauders. And as they try to counterattack, first real opportunity here for the Marauders coming up, but stuffed out by that Titan defense again.
Titans with good defense here. The Marauders playing a good ball. And when in doubt, kick it back to your keeper.
Well, and that's the veteran doing a nice job. Johnny Stevens just calm everything down. You see that leadership that he brings, but a good job of dropping it back to Carpenter and just trying to help get his defense organized. There's Welch finding Slater, and Slater with a nice one-touch to Ponce outside, and a good little 1-2 combination as the Titans try to build out of their defensive third.
Marauders are starting to put some pressure on there, and they really need to do that to get back into this game. Get up there, get some pressure, maybe get a turnover, force a turnover, and get a chance. Get a cross in front. Get some players down there.
And a good steal by Gerardo, but Johnny Stevens doing a great job stepping in defensively and winning that ball, making sure he's holding up his defensive midfield responsibilities. A near opportunity there for the Marauders to go towards goal.
Look out, here comes Slater. Ponce on the outside.
And TCA content to play the ball back. Welch going through Slater, or Stevens, finding Lukenbill again. And you're going to see a number of distance shots for the Titans because of all that space, but also because the Marauders are doing a nice job of sagging in and not allowing players like Keenan Rowan to operate. The Marauders doing a nice job coming out of this first half defensively, and Felix Usto there with a good pun out of the back.
I thought that maybe they were just an outside shooting team. I wasn't sure about that. Cruz with a nice ball here.
Here's Gerardo running onto the ball. Unfortunate to be able to get that ball. The Titans doing a good job with their defensive clearance. And there's a good look at Ellert doing a nice job trapping that ball and playing it down. And there's the speed of Trujillo on the outside.
Eduardo Trujillo. There's an actual decent attempt. It was wide, but Trujillo, are they going to give a corner kick on this? I think Troop may have hit it.
And I think that was that's exactly what the referees are calling. You see it on the replay here. It looks like Jack Carpenter unsure, and does get a touch on the ball. Does a nice job of trying to claim like he didn't touch the ball, but touches the ball just wide. And here's going to be a first good set-piece opportunity for the Marauders.
We'll see if Trujillo can send this in there, but this is the Titans defensively. It helps you to be large as well. Oh!
And there's Slater on that with the defensive clearance, but then a near opportunity for the Marauders coming out of his center back position. That looked like captain number 10, I think, for the Marauders. Eddie Arciniega coming forward, trying to hit that ball. Number 15, I can't quite tell. Doing a great job of getting over the ball here, hitting it, and having a nice job hitting that ball low and wide. Carpenter having to scramble to his right to make that save.
I believe it was Arciniega. Got his foot on that one for the Marauders.
So here we are again for the Titans bringing the ball out. It's Johnny Stevens once again doing a good job commanding that defense. The ball finds him often. He's a very active player, looking for a diagonal run from Holmes, unable to make that connection. And here's Trujillo on the ball again, the speedster on the outside.
Just surrounded by the Titans, though. Anytime those speedsters are touching the ball, you see 2 and 3 Titans right there to just cut them off.
And there you see Slater on the ball, defended by number 3, Yanez, and not giving him any room, not allowing Slater to turn. Yanez doing a great job there of taking that space away and forcing the Titans to play backwards.
Still impressed by the speed of Mitchell. Alex Cruz and Trujillo on the outside. Those guys can really run with the ball. If they can just get some better touches towards them, they can get something going.
And there's a little miscommunication by the Marauders. Number 2, Trujillo and Ellert knocking the ball into each other. And there you see big number 17, Johnny Stevens, again with the ball at his feet, looking to make a play for the Titans. Looks like Welch on the outside finding Ponce, and Ponce with his speed trying to get around that Marauder defense, defended well by number 11, George Sanchez on the outside. But it looks like it's going to be a deep throw-in for the Titans.
The longer this time goes, the more desperate I think you're going to see Mitchell getting, and you can't afford to get desperate against the Titans, because if you were going to try and move your midfielders up any further, you're going to be in trouble on the backside.
There you saw a good look of Eli Grant coming into this game for Bennett Holmes in this outside midfield position. First good look we've had of seeing Grant in this match this evening. But the Titans not giving up this pressure, not allowing the Marauders to get out of their defensive third. Here's a good look at Grant with his first touch on the ball, doing a nice job driving it towards the end line and just unable to keep that possession. But Grant coming into this game right away, getting a good ball from Lukenbill and trying to drive that ball to the end line, unable to maintain that possession.
Of course, Grant, a last name that a lot of TCA fans know, Titus Grant, a standout player here for the Titans for several years.
Here's a one good combination rower to Grant. Grant having the ball in the end line, and again the touch gets away from him. Probably should have taken that early cross, especially with Slater running into the box. But Grant coming into this game and being active right away off the bench.
The sophomore, Eli Grant, showing some speed on the outside too. He's deceptively fast because he's again one of these larger players for TCA, and he had a great ball there, just couldn't turn on it.
And Eller's done a nice job for the Marauders all evening at that outside back position, but it seems like he has another element to try to deal with now with Grant on the outside. The Marauders play a short ball out of the back and doing a nice job. That's number 11 again, Sanchez on the ball, being calm on the ball with dealing with the pressure from Rower.
I'll see if they can kick it ahead and get Trujillo and Cruz going.
There you see a good look for number 3 and number 2. That combination for the Marauders, Yanez and Trujillo, trying to find that speed. There's just simply no space out there. Welch doing a great job shutting down those passing lanes for the TCA Titans.
They'll get a throw in here, though, now. Trujillo. And the Marauders will try and move some players up and see if they can't get something going, and the Titans cut it right off.
You see number 23, Jackson Hoosier there with the clearance for the Titans. It allows them to step up and try to handle with this wave. But here come the Marauders again, doing a nice job playing quick and trying to find each other in that possession game, unable to find that pass. But the Marauders team in the last couple minutes have stepped up this pace.
They had David Ramirez open there on the side, just couldn't push the ball up the field enough to keep it in bounds.
Here's Aaron Peck on the ball, finding center back already with an assist this evening. Garrett Troop had a nice game so far. Going to do a good job of taking that space and finding Johnny Stevens again. Everything runs through Stevens, Luke, and Bill Slater in the middle for the Titans, and you see that combination again.
Nice ball there by Luke and Bill, cut off by Ellert of the Marauders. Look out.
And here comes Steven, unable to get that possession. Arcianega again doing a great job out of that defensive midfield position, able to shut down that space. But another attack coming from the Titans. There you see Keenan Rower doing a great job on the ball, taking on that defender, trying to have a nice step over move, and it looks like he's won the foul. The referees were slow on the call. We'll see it here on the replay, doing a nice job stepping over it. And
wow. Tried to turn on that ball. I'm not so sure if that was a foul or not, but he's going to get the call here, and Slater will take this kick.
Jose Gonzalez, unfortunate there, the foul. Keenan Rower. Here you see Slater on the PK doing a nice job, and Felix Ooster with a great save, diving to his left to stop Slater from scoring a goal. A really good job by the Marauder goalkeeper Usto.
Brett Humphrey told us before the game he loves Felix Usto. That is a heck of a save. You just saved the ball. This Jake Slater scored 23 goals this year, and look at the dive by Usto. He chose right, was able to keep that ball out of the net.
Usto doing a really good job of keeping his club in the game here, not allowing any more goals to be, allowed into the back of the net with a really nice save on the PK. But the Marauders are having trouble getting the ball out of their defensive third, not able to mount anything offensively. And here's a quick restart on a throw-in from the Titans.
Titans want to keep that pressure on.
There you see Ellert doing a good job for the Marauders of just getting that ball out, allowing the defense to step up and get the ball out. But the combination of Slater and Rower up top, mix that in with Stevens and Lukenbill, and you can see why the Titans are 9th ranked in the CHSA RPI, and you can see why Coach Galvin is very high on his club.
Well, what I can't see is why they're only 9th ranked, Andy. They should be higher. I believe they played Air Academy closer than anyone else, lost in overtime 3-2, and Air Academy is the number 1 team. TCA stuck at number 9 with 13 wins in that single loss.
And I think that's a good example of how tight this 4A is. Number of teams are trying to win, and a good shot on goal just high there. You see Jake Slater, he wants one back, missing that PK. Doing a good job of hitting that ball from distance. Unfortunate to have it sail on him, but taking that early opportunity.
Good look at Slater there, and watch again as he strikes this ball. He can virtually score from anywhere. He and Johnny Stevens so dangerous for this Titan team.
Here you see the Marauders, a number of combination plays there. A good job getting that ball out of the back. Ellert looking for that speed up top. That's number 12 for the Marauders. That's Brandon Hernandez trying to run onto that ball. And as Mitchell tries to get back into this game, see if they can find an opportunity on net.
They're forcing the issue. I really like the fight in this Marauder club. They're doing a great job, and this is really this is going to help them as they go in to hopefully stay ranked high enough to get into that state tournament. This is really going to help them prepare for that first round game. And Coach Humphrey was hoping that they would be able to get a win in that game for the first time this season.
Well, and you bring up a good point, because only in the second year of the RPI, teams are still trying to figure out how the math works, and the formula seems to get tweaked and change every single year. The Marauders don't know if this result holds up where they'll fall. How does a 25 losing to a 9, how does that look in that formula? So as Coach Humphrey knows that he's going to get this first round game, he doesn't have an idea about a seed. This is a good tune-up for both these clubs.
Certainly is. But I'll tell you this, Andy, I think if you lose to 4, 7, 8, 9 tonight, 15, 18, those are your 6 losses on the year. I want to say that you deserve a shot at the state tournament.
And it should matter. That RPI, it should matter playing those top 10 opponents, even if you're getting those losses, putting them on your schedule. And there's an errant pass there, number 23, Jackson Hoosier, the ball getting away from him and trying to find Garrett Troop on the outside. And look at the Marauders run forward. They know they have 20-plus minutes left in this game, trying to do anything they can to get that goal, get it back to 2-1, and try to put some pressure on the Titans.
Arciniega with a nice tackle there, keeping the ball from the Marauders, and they're still in business. Oh.
There you see number 2 on the outside, not able, Trujillo, the captain, not able to keep that ball in play. But you can tell the Marauders want to get this. They have the energy there. The Titans are just so good in the midfield.
Marauders again have a chance here. We'll have to see if they can come back. Force some offense here.
And a good free kick opportunity coming for the Marauders. It looks like it might be number 11 over the ball for the Marauders. Look for the Mitchell Marauders to send a number of players up forward as they try to get on the end of this free kick.
And they're really going to take their time with this free kick here. Actually, Danny Luna's going to take this one, and the Marauders are really going to set this up. They know the more the time dwindles, these players are going to matter that much more.
Left-footed swinger coming into the box and defended very well there. Johnny Stevens, again, he seems like he's on the end of every single header. Again, doing a nice job with his defensive clearance. But the Marauders coming back again. The Titans not able to clear out into that possession. And you see a good look here. Number 12 throwing the ball in quickly. Brandon Hernandez for the Marauders.
Ellert puts it inside. TCA forced to play some defense now as they try and get it on the outside to Ramirez.
You see the Titans' defense is just closing all of that space out as they're trying to mount that attack, and there's the skill. There's Jake Slater coming forward, finding Keenan Rower, and the race is on for the Titans.
Point out the good defense there by Julio Vizcarra, who came in, made the slide tackle, and no, Mitchell didn't keep possession there as Ellert had to kick it out of bounds, but he stopped that forward progress of Rower and really stopped that threat right there.
And there you see Kenan Rower, a really good look at Rower there, earning a well-deserved break. Put a nice game together so far. This is the rotation we saw. Nathan Johns now coming up top again for the Titans.
There's Slater. Wow.
Jake Slater with the goal. TCA Titans scoring their third goal of the game. Jake Slater doing a nice job hitting that ball low and wide and tucking it into the back of the net.
Jake Slater has been trying to get the goal here ever since he got denied on that penalty kick. Here's another look at it right inside that left post. Wow, I'm not sure that went in. It didn't.
It was so hard to tell from our angle here, and I think you're right. It went just wide. Everybody, we're outside. We're with all the fans. They stand up. They're clapping. It looks like a goal. But here you're going to see.
Watch it on the goal cam here. Watch your right post on the right side. Yep, it's definitely outside, and it bounced into the net. So everyone thought it was a goal, but it wasn't.
The unique perspective of standing outside with the fans.
Yeah, good job by Dan Hinken there on the replay machine to show us the replay and show us that we got it wrong, Eddie.
And here, unfortunately, we got it wrong. And here come the Marauders again. Number 2, Trujillo on the outside for the Marauders. Had a really nice game.
You think Slater's really upset now?
I think. Well, goal scorers score goals, and you can see he's been hungry and hitting a ball on frame, hitting that just wide. But you can see why they're dangerous. Lukenbill doing a nice job now, and Stevens into the mix. But the Marauders have done a nice job of closing the space down for the Titans this evening.
Johnny Stevens, so active offensively. The Marauders right there, though. Great job by Jose Gonzalez to get and take that one away. But, man, TCA just keeps putting the pressure on.
Well, and there you see the possession game for TCA. That's so nice to have those midfielders, to have player like Rower or Johns up top and be able to play through those players. You're able to just mount this attack over and over again. Here's a good look in your near screen at number 10, Aaron Peck. As the Titans try to find some space, the Marauders have done a nice job of closing down the space. The Titans just keep swinging the ball side to side, trying to find some space in the center of the field. And there's Caden Lukenbill there doing a good job finding Peck on the outside.
You know, Andy, we've been saying Johnny Stevens a lot. We've seen Johnny Stevens play a lot here on 20 TV over the years. Lukenbill is going to be another name that we're going to see for quite some time. Just a freshman out there doing a nice job for the Titans tonight.
You know, and he looks like a freshman. You have this, you know, these Titans that are just huge, and they always have been. And then to see the freshman step out on the field, smaller than everybody else, and he's more than held his own this evening, doing a great job maintaining that possession in the midfield. So here you see it's Carpenter starting out from the back. It's Troop right to Slater, and the attack is on again right down the middle of the pitch. And here's Eli Grant coming speed for the Titans as they try to mount this attack.
Ooh. Tough hit there. Slater goes down. He can't believe it. Gets up, wonders.
And then you see that the initial contact Slater was frustrated with, and then the second foul, you see them talking to the ref, wondering how many knocks it takes. But free kicks, another free kick opportunity. Here you see the first clip right there, and then it looks like number 6, Murillo for the Marauders. With the second clip, maybe a little embellished there for Slater coming down.
Wow.
But a free kick opportunity here for the Titans, and we've seen this already. Here's Troop over the ball. Look to send this ball in and find those tall players for the Titans.
There he is, Johnny Stevens.
And that's the combination. Stevens on the goal again. Set piece goals for the Titans. Strike again is Johnny Stevens with his second goal of the game off a free kick. A second assist from Garrett Troop on a fabulous free kick.
Wow, what a beautiful shot there from the camera crew. And again, watch it from the net cam as Usto really can't do much about that.
Usto coming off his line to make the save. Stevens stepping up in front of him, putting the ball in the back of the net. And you know, Brian, we've done a number of games together, and we've often talked about defending set pieces and the importance of defending set pieces, and you've absolutely seen that this evening.
You certainly have. And the Marauders, it is so tough to defend when you're not going to be the tallest guy going up after a ball. I mean, there's really not much you can do about that other than get players back further than Johnny Stevens was. But just a great job by the Titans tonight. Troop 2 assists, Stevens 2 goals.
And there you saw Slater winning the foul and then being able to push the push all of your teammates forward in that free kick ability. And Garrett Troop, the free kick ability to be able to manipulate the ball like he did and just put it on a dime right onto his teammate's head just to, not only does he have 2 assists, 2 world-class assists this evening for Garrett Troop.
Fantastic job. Marauders trying to win it here in the midfield. Lukenbill got it back, and the Marauders now pulling down Stevens. The home fans here a little bit upset with Danny Luna.
Danny Luna getting in the mix with Stevens, and yeah, you're going to see it here. Both players going after each other. Stevens is going to say that Luna pulled his jersey down. Both players going hard to the turf, but the Marauders have some fight in them, and you see it, giving up that third goal and that frustration, but they keep coming at you. You can see why this Mitchell team has been good. You can see why Coach Humphrey is so high on his group.
Look at Cruz. Look at the footwork by Cruz. Fun to watch.
Nice. Well, that's a good combination. You have that Cruz, and then number 3 also, Yanez doing a great job up top. Mix that in with the speed of Trujillo, and this is a nice Mitchell group.
Taken away by Grant. You can probably hear the crowd yelling, "Come on, Titans, one more."
It's because they're standing right next to us. So here you see Aaron Peck on the outside, finding Slater. Slater always has his head up, looking for a teammate, really strong on the ball, playing it wide now to Welch, and the Titans reversing the field and mounting a second and third attack now against the Marauder defense. There you see Eli Grant driving the ball to the end line, getting a cross off, and a good job defensively, number 17 for the Marauders. Jose Vizcarra doing a great job of knocking that ball out of bounds. But another set-piece opportunity off the corner kick for the Titans.
You've got to look, and now you've got Grant in there. Not only do you have Stevens and Slater, you've also got Grant in there who are going to run in on this one. Oh,
and there you see it, the desperate defending for the Marauders. A number of white jerseys rushing onto the goal as the Titans try to get it on the end of that corner kick, and the Marauders aren't able to get out of their own defensive third and give up another corner kick coming. Here comes Lukenbill coming all the way across the screen to take another one, and there you see a good shot of number 20, Nathan Johns, up top entering this game. He replaced Rower earlier, and it's like for like. It's 2 big bodies up top trying to get on the end of these crosses. Lukenbill now with the cross, and there's Stevens again. Or Jake Slater, again with the header, unable to get it on goal, but followed up nicely by number 10, Aaron Peck, with a world-class goal
Aaron Peck out front. Just when you thought, if you're a Marauder, you thought the onslaught was over after 2 corner kicks and the headers up front. How about that shot right there by Aaron Peck? Just puts his foot into it by a diving Usto for the 4th goal of the night for the Titans.
And here's a good look at our goal cam. Peck doing a great job driving that ball from distance. We talked earlier about shooting from distance and the space that's out there. And there's Aaron Peck taking advantage of that space, being able to keep his knee over the ball and drive that ball low and wide and getting that 4th goal for the Titans.
For Peck, his 3rd goal of the year. He also has 2 assists. And if you're wondering, Johnny Stevens with 2 goals tonight now is 13 on the season. And it's 23 with the 1 tonight for Jake Slater.
And the game opening up now in the second half for the Titans like we thought it possibly could. I know Coach Galvin talked with us about getting early goals and maybe settling into this game. But here you see the Titans, the relentless pressure that they put on you, and they are absolutely going to be a force in the playoff bracket when it starts next week.
Yeah, and they might have something to play for, too, in the fact that they are going to be a lower seed. I mean, you're the defending champions, and I know you lost 11 seniors, but how about a little respect, please?
Well, and I guarantee you, anybody ranked 1 through 8 doesn't want to see this Titan team play. They do such a good job, and, they graduated so many players. Coach Galvin talked to us about, needing to find this team to find their identity and be able to insert players like Luke and Bill into this lineup, new blood into this team. But, man, you've seen the advantage of the midfield, and having Stevens and having Slater and having Luke and Bill and having Rower or Johns up top has just been such an asset for the Titans.
And we talked about, the top teams in 4A as they get a foul called there against Ramirez for Mitchell, and TCA gets the ball again. But we talked earlier about how the good teams in 4A, and I haven't seen all those Denver teams play, but to me, if you're asking me, there are number 1, Air Academy, number 2, TCA.
And I think if you talk to both of those coaches,
almost
they'll say
every
that.
year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, 2 very quality programs at Air Academy and TCA, and that's the quality of soccer that you see in Colorado Springs. I think is a testament. You've seen 5A with Pine Creek, but then the 4A has just been brutal because you've seen teams that have had their run. Palm Ridge has had good years. Lewis Palmer's had good years, and you see the depth in town with these kids and these schools that are able to crank out such deep postseason runs. Here's another free kick opportunity. Jake Slater over the ball looking for a quick restart because Johnny Stevens is there again on the end. But the referee stopping the clock here. On this restart, I think he's going to talk with numbers at number 17 for the Marauders. It looks like it might be Vizcarra, number 17. So the referee stopped play, which never allowed or shouldn't have allowed for that quick restart. But you see Jake Slater there with his head up trying to find Stevens on the backside.
And now we're going to have Troop, who's already got 2 assists tonight. Stevens with 2 goals. Let's see if they can team up one more time and get a hat trick maybe for Stevens.
And the crash to the goal is on as Troop stands over the ball and is going to look to manipulate this ball and look to cross this ball, have a lot of spin on it, and look for runners on this back post. And a nice deflection for the Marauders. It made you nervous, but it looked like number 10 there doing a great job getting his head on the ball. Arciniegas had a nice game being able to knock that ball just wide. But here's the deep throw from Burchard. We saw it in the first half, but TCA unable to mount anything off of that set piece.
Good job there by Luke and Bill to just turn and get behind Cruz on that play. And now people are going down left and right. We got a TCA player down, and the official is going to.
Looks like Garrett Troop there doing a nice job out of his center back position, bringing the ball forward, but getting caught up in that tackle and walking it off. You said it before. You said such a nice game, and you see his ability to hit a ball. Even nicked up here, it looks like he's going to try to either have one himself, be selfish, or see if he can find Slater on the end of it.
He wants one himself. Oh! What a shot by Garrett Troop. Just over the crossbar. There's a good look at Troop. And
you're going to see it deflected here by Usto for another corner kick.
Wow.
Getting the tip of it, but Garrett Troop from 40 yards out, getting over the ball and striking it low and getting his knee over it and really putting a ton of pressure. And you see Usto there scrambling up top to make that save. So Luke and Bill again on the corner kick. Look for him to sit in a dangerous ball with a number of Titans crashing into the net.
Peck wanted the same opportunity he had last time. Gets a nice turn right there, and TCA back in business.
Aaron Peck doing a great job of chasing that ball down and keeping it in, finding Ponce and not allowing the Marauders to have an easy out. There's a giveaway by Hoosier in the back, and the Marauders are trying to mount a counterattack forward. Bringing in a lot of energy. You see number 16 for the Marauders, Ramirez, doing a great job, but cleaned up nicely by Garrett Troop.
But smart by Ramirez to keep running at that ball. A lot of players will give up on that, especially down 4-0. But I like to see the fight in Ramirez as he continues to try and push towards that ball, forces the Titans to kick it out, reset, and now lets the Marauders set something up.
A number of Marauders entering this game on the substitution. Looks like Garcia's back in this game. Gallardo's back into this game for the Marauders. But I think you're right. I think that this is a tune-up for them. They're a playoff team, and you're going to have times like this where you just have to grind. And Mitchell has been very impressive this evening.
Which you would think would be hard to say about a team that's down 4-0 in soccer, but they really are. I'm impressed. Coach Humphrey told us about his midfielders coming into this game, how proud he was of them, what a good senior leadership they've shown, and they did a great job tonight. But TCA is just so hard to keep down all night long. Well,
and except for the Peck goal, it's come off of set pieces. These goals haven't come in the run of play. Mitchell has done just fine in the run of play. It's off of these set pieces and defending the set pieces where they've struggled the most with the Titans this evening. There you see a good look at Peck throwing the ball in to Hoosier. Hoosier unable to get a good solid clearance off, but once again there's Johnny Stevens able to clear that up and create that out for this Titan group. Stevens to Lukenbill now, and Lukenbill's looking for this through ball to Ponce as he's sprinting on, but number 2 on the outside, Trujillo doing a great job, the junior captain for the Marauders, clearing that ball out. But TCA is still hungry with 6 minutes left in this game, trying to get another goal. There you see Ponce doing a great job of finding that ball and able to get a touch on it, making an easy shot and an easy save for Felix Usto. But the Titans still wanting more here in the last 5 minutes of this ball game.
The Marauders would really like to counter here. Mitchell, if they could even get a goal here, just to show, and maybe, I don't know if it counts in the numbers for the RPI, but if you get a goal, if that helps keep you higher right now at number 25. I don't want to say precarious, but you never know what's going to happen with everybody else that's still playing soccer.
Oh, I think it's enough to make you nervous, for sure. You never know how the rest of the state is going to unfold in the last 2 nights of the season here moving forward. Aaron Peck driving the ball forward, going to the ground there, frustrated with that contact. The Marauders doing a nice job closing out defensively on that double team. And there's Peck talking to the official. There's a good look at number 23 there, Jackson Hoosier, their center back for the Titans. And that center back combination is really good for the Titans. They got between Garrett Troop and Nathan Hoosier, they just don't give up a ton of goals.
Lukenbill wants to take that one back. He sent it forward, and the Titans just weren't ready for it yet. Nathan Johns was down there, but he wasn't ready to make a run when Lukenbill hit it.
There was a good look at Felix Uster, good veteran goalkeeper for the Marauders. Had a nice evening, made some nice scrambling saves. Unfortunate to giving up 4 goals, but put together a nice evening. Substitutions coming on now for the Marauders. It looks like number 2, Trujillo, coming off of the field there. And there you see number 11 in your screen for the Marauders, George Sanchez. He's had a really nice game, had to deal with a ton of pressure from this Titan offense.
Ooh. Nice try there by Oscar Gallardo. Just trying to do something. And I do like the fight in this Mitchell team, though. There's a good look at Alex Murillo coming up the field, and Mitchell has really, really impressed me with the way they played tonight, despite being down in this one.
Well, and you think about, their seed's going to fall somewhere between 27. Last year they were a 31, and they played 2-0 to Lewis Palmer last year in the first round of the playoffs. So they are going to give somebody fits in that top 10 because of that skill, because of that speed. But here you see for the Titans, Troop on the ball, a quick restart finding Peck on the outside, and here come the Titans yet again with an attack, trying to find Stevens in the middle of the field. Sniffed out nicely by the Marauders defensively.
Yeah, you talk about the Marauders. I think Blake Galvin himself will tell you that this team is to be reckoned with. You really got to worry about them defensively and not get too impatient. And the Titans did a good job with that tonight, despite it being, a really close game early on in this one. You didn't see them pushing. You didn't see them. They took their time, and then they finally got their goal, got the second goal, and then here in the second half have gotten 2 more.
So there's Jake Slater on the ball, winning the foul, and is going to push forward, and there's the man again, Garrett Troop. Number of assists, a nice shot on goal tonight. It'll be interesting to see if he takes one himself or if he tries to flick it over the defensive wall here.
Oh, took a shot low and outside, but a good hit again by Troop as he went for that outside corner and just went outside.
Well, and to have
this
that
time we knew it wasn't it wasn't a goal.
And to have that free kick specialist, to be able to know that Troop is going to take all of those kicks, and it must be nice for Coach Galvin. There you see a good look at Lukenbill on the ball with that defensive pressure, and in the final 2 minutes, you can see neither team's quitting, and I think that's a testament to where these 2 best teams in this 4A Metro League conference, and you can see why the amount of fight that these teams have, and the fact that they've gone after each other, including the final 2 minutes here, is a testament to both of these coaches and both of the programs.
Yeah, and the conference has come a long way as well. It used to be all TCA, but now you got Mitchell in there, you got Mesa Ridge, so 3 teams probably going to make it into the 4A state playoffs this year from that conference, and that's saying something.
There's Ellert doing a nice job from his outside back position for the Marauders to win that ball, and 6 versus 6 there. You see number 6, Caden Lukenbill for the Titans fouling Alex Murillo. The Marauders trying to have a quick restart, but there's Lukenbill again doing a nice job of settling things down, and then find his playmaker Slater, who looks for a release to the outside. That Slater-Stevens combination has been big all evening.
Yeah, and the Titans are not going to turn the pressure off here as we get into the final minute, and the Marauders trying to make a push.
Well, and like you said, a last goal for the Marauders. If they could find any kind of success that you can just build up for that postseason run. There you see Aaron Peck going to let that ball go wide for a goal kick. And I imagine in the final 40 seconds here of this game, TCA is going to take their time on this restart.
Definitely.
Here's a good look at Jack Carpenter, the sophomore keeper, playing the second half for the Titans. Knocking that ball out and finding Lukenbill again.
Well, that's close. I think the official was looking at maybe pulling out a card on that one, but David Ramirez, a little bit of frustration there.
Well, and probably where we are in the game in the final 15 seconds. Just let it go, play it out, knowing that the clock's winding down. A really good effort this evening for TCA as they're going to come away with this victory here in the final seconds, 4-0 over the Mitchell Marauders. And it'll be interesting to see where both these teams find themselves in the postseason play.
Yep, the Classical Academy finishes out the 4A Metro League with an 8-0 mark. The Mitchell Marauders end up at 5-2-1. And that's the way it'll end, and we'll wait to see where these teams end up in the state tournament.
And for all the crew here at 20 TV this evening, we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we look forward to our next broadcast tomorrow afternoon from Air Academy School District 20 Stadium for Pine Creek Eagles against the Liberty Lancers. Have a great evening. And welcome back to the Classical Academy as the TCA Titans beat the Mitchell Marauders 4-0 in a Colorado Springs Metro League 4A matchup this evening. And 4 goals coming from the Titans, 2 in each half, and we're going to get a good look here at the goals.
Yeah, thank you. I was pointing that out to Andy, and I was like, I hope they fix that.
I was right.
Either take the goal.
How come I can hear the feedback now?
Because he's got us open in there.
Oh.
Sometimes that happens when it's live, and it really stinks.
Yeah. Hey, good job, truck boys. Let's just stay out here the whole time. That's cool.
I didn't mind talking to Trina. It was okay.
Yeah. Dan Hinken starts working, it all goes to pot.
Yeah. That's the problem. You're going to have to put it in manually, 4-0?
Some guy just took my picture.
I know, that was weird.
Can we not be in the stands? Yes. Can we hurry up and be done?
See you, Ralph. Have a good night.
Right, thank you. I don't want Grandpa taking my picture. Oh, that looks good.
Oh, there we go. Do I need to get Corey in there with you guys?
Now they're angry.
Do I need to get Corey in there? So, like, people will be watching this for the first time. They might just watch this, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens.
And welcome back to the Classical Academy as the TCA Titans beat the Mitchell Marauders 4-0 on 20 TV this evening. Andy Little alongside Brian German, and we saw 2 goals each half, Brian.
Yeah, it was a great job by TCA, although it took them a while to get on the board. 18 minutes into the first half, Garrett Troop, remember the name, you're going to see it a lot, as you are Johnny Stevens. He set up Stevens on that one, and just a beautiful header. And watch it from the goal cam, Andy. Something to watch as Stevens gets his head on there, twists it in, hits the crossbar, and gets the first goal of the night. Then again, it's Troop, but this time he won't get the assist because Stevens' header goes off the crossbar and Slater puts it home.
And here you see Jake Slater doing a great job. Right place, right time. Goal scorer scoring goals and able to tuck that ball in the back of the net with his knee.
Slater's 23rd goal of the year. Then Troop and Stevens do it again. Troop again, another assist to Stevens. Stevens got 2 goals on the night, 13, and then there's the final goal of the night. Aaron Peck making it 4-0 TCA from way outside.
And there you see a slight deflection, slotting that goal past Felix Usto, and that's how we're going to end this game. 4-0 TCA Titans over the Mitchell Marauders. Both teams looking to go to the 4A state playoffs next week, and an exciting state bracket ahead for us. And for all the D20 TV this evening, we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we look forward to our next broadcast tomorrow afternoon at Air Academy School District 20 Stadium for the Pine Creek Eagles against the Liberty Lancers. Have a good evening, everyone.